Those of you who are watching this video may be planning a family or have a little one already on the way. Or you might be an employer whose employees are considering maternity or paternity leave. Either way, Korean labor laws may be difficult to navigate for employers and employees alike. Here at DRN AJU, we are committed to the purpose of providing timely and relevant information for use in the workplace. This is the second episode of Did You Know?, a legal information series where we provide information on various issues in the workplace. In this video, we will break down the important aspects of maternity protection. Before we start, here's a disclaimer. Nothing in this video is legal advice. It's for information and education purposes only. So let's get started. First, it's important to know what maternity protection entails. Maternity protection encapsulates maternity leave, paternity leave, miscarriage stillbirth leave, and the adjustment of working hours for pregnant employees. Let's begin with maternity leave. Employers must grant a pregnant employee a total of 90 days maternity leave, a 120-day leave in the case of a multiple pregnancy, before and after childbirth. At least 45 of those days, 60 days in the case of a multiple pregnancy, must be used after childbirth. An employer who fails to comply with such standards may be punished by imprisonment with labor for no more than 2 years, or a fine not exceeding 20 million Korean won. Then what about paternity leave? Paternity leave is when an employee leaves on grounds of his spouse's childbirth. A request for paternity leave shall be answered by the employer with a 10-day paid leave for the employee in question. Paternity leave must be requested within 90 days of childbirth and may be taken in up to 2 separate periods. Now let's discuss miscarriage stillbirth leave. Where a pregnant employee has a miscarriage or a stillbirth, the employer shall, upon the employee's request, grant her miscarriage stillbirth leave. However, the same shall not apply to any abortion carried out by artificial termination of pregnancy, excluding cases under Article 14(1) of the Mother and Child Health Act. Regarding the adjustment of working hours, the employer shall permit requests for a 2-hour reduction of work hours for a female employee who has been pregnant for no more than 12 weeks or for no less than 36 weeks. In addition, the employer must not reduce the employee's wage for such a reduction. An employer who fails to comply with the above standards shall be subject to an administrative fine not exceeding 5 million Korean won. Now that we've covered the different elements of maternity protection, let's discuss some benefits of maternity leave. For one, the first 60 days, 75 days in the case of a multiple pregnancy, of a maternity leave or miscarriage stillbirth leave shall be stipendiary. In addition, wages for the remaining 30 days of the maternity leave or miscarriage stillbirth leave, 45 days in the case of a multiple pregnancy, shall be subsidized by the Employment Insurance Fund with a ceiling of 2 million Korean won. Last but not least, here is a table that lays out the details of maternity leave benefits. As you can see, there are differences in compensation benefits based on the type of enterprise. For enterprises eligible for preferential support during the first 60 days of pregnancy, 75 days in the case of a multiple pregnancy, employees receive a monthly maximum of 2 million Korean won, paid by the Employment Insurance Fund. The difference between the employee's ordinary wage and insurance coverage must be paid by the employer. On the other hand, for large enterprises, employees are able to receive their ordinary wage during the same period of pregnancy. For the last 30 days of pregnancy, 45 days for a multiple pregnancy, pregnant employees are entitled to their ordinary wage paid by the Employment Insurance Fund, with a monthly maximum of 2 million Korean won for both types of enterprises. And that's all we have for today. We hope this video helped you gain a better legal understanding of maternity protection in the workplace in South Korea. If you liked our video, please be sure to subscribe to our channel, where we regularly post informational videos on legal topics.